Now let us create a new function to add a record in the collection, that is users. So this is currently the get method that we were working on to fetch the records, that is read the records from the collection in MongoDB. Now we are going to write a new method to post the record or create a new record in this collection. So this is going to have a similar kind of definition, that is for request and response, and then we will define the function over here. As we have seen earlier, we used two approaches to read the data in the collection in MongoDB. We had utilized Mongoose as well as MongoDB.Mongo client. But we had decided that we'll be utilizing only one of the two approaches in the further application series. So Mongoose is the one that we'll be utilizing for creating a new record now in our collection, that is users. Now with Mongoose, you get the benefit to define the schema as well, so that the definition is always crisp and clear whenever you are creating, reading, updating or deleting a record. So let us give the schema for users over here. As this is a schema tied approach, we are required to mention the schema beforehand. New mongoose.schema, and then we would be providing the schema over here. Now just for making things easier, I would go to the cluster and then go to the definition for users collection. This is the already inserted data. I'll just copy the JSON from here and use it to define the schema. Now the username is going to be a text value. So let's give it the type string. Similarly for email, bio, for followers count, we can have number, and the same is true for following count as well. I think we're good over here. Just getting this error. Okay, this isn't required. Yeah, so we're good. Now for connecting to the database, we don't need to explicitly define a new connection in this file. We have already connected once to the MongoDB when we were fetching the records and reading the data from the collection. So that means we will not have to connect to the database again. We just need to insert the new record and utilize the same old connection. How will we do that? Now we'll just define a new user model over here. Mongoose.model. The model name is going to be user, as we are trying to enter in the users collection. Enter a new record. After this, we simply can give any random data for the new user. So let me give it the name new user model, and then simply give the JSON utilizing this data again. So let's go to this particular model and give some new values. So let me just give it some random data so that we are able to differentiate between our old data and the new data. This can be marketing specialist and gadget enthusiast. After this, let's keep the followers count different as well, and the following count also. So now that we have defined a new sample data in our method itself, we just need to save this record in the MongoDB users collection. So let's have a saved user constant. We are going to use the await task new user dot save. And once this is done, I also want to be verified of the same operation. So I just need to mention user saved and I'll be utilizing the same constant over here. Now, as this is an await task, I have to mention async keyword over here in the method definition. Once this is done, the error goes away and we are good with the definition of the function. I'll just do a format document and we are able to see the new operation over here. But how will we invoke this operation? We cannot simply go to the browser and refresh the page because this is going to be a get call to this particular file. This is going to invoke this get method and not the post method. For the post method, we have to make a post call to this file. And once the post call is invoked, then this particular function would get executed. So we can utilize Postman tool for the same. This is the Postman tool. Once you install it on your system, you can have any number of requests created through this option. We have different methods available when we are making a call to any particular API URL. Over here, we have our URL. This is the one that we need to utilize. But this is not going to be a get call. It is going to be a post call. And in the post call, we always have to mention the body. We'll be giving some raw data over here. So let me just give any text over here, and this text can have any value. Why I have created this particular JSON is because the request from the call is not going to be utilized as of now. Our code is going to insert this particular information in the collection only because we have utilized this new user that we have defined over here to save into our users collection. We'll be making the changes to insert the data directly from the request that we are making through the API. But as of now, we are simply inserting this sample record or this static data. After this, we'll be utilizing dynamic data from the post call. Now, when we will be making the post call from here, we should at least get some response from the method. Because if we are not receiving anything from the method, then how will we know that our call was successfully sent and it was successfully executed? So for that, what we are going to do is make a small change in our code over here. We are simply going to send the status as of now. For the post call, we are going to send 201 status and then just use the send method. So this is what will be sent to the postman once we make the call from here so that it will be confirmed that our code is working fine. I have saved the changes over here. The server is restarted. Now let's go to the postman. Just hit send. It says sending request. And now we have simply got the response status 201 created. That means our data is inserted as is visible from Postman. Let's look at the console. Over here, we are getting the message user saved, and the information is the one that we had provided as a static data in the code itself. Let's verify the collection in MongoDB as well. We'll just go to our collection. This is one record that we had inserted earlier in users collection. And now if we just refresh this, it says fetching documents. Now it should be showing two records. Exactly. We are getting the second record that we have inserted from our Express application. Even though this is static data, this is inserted from the code that we have written over here by making a post call from Postman. Now what we'll do is we'll make the changes in the Express app to dynamically save the data that is coming from the request, either for the Postman or the front end. Now I'll just take this JSON, keep it in the body from the Postman request and make the changes over here. Over here, I just need to use the request.body and give it the respective name that is there for the property. I'll do this for all of the properties over here. And match it with the respective property. Once this is done, I'll save my changes. The server is restarted, and over here I need to give it some random values again which are different from the old values. Just some random values for the followers and following count. And I think we are good. We have made the changes in the post method also. But over here, while making the request in the Postman, we have to make sure that in the headers, we have given the content type, because this is going to be a JSON request. So we have to give the key as content type and value as application/JSON. Now we're just going to hit send. We have got the response 201 created as the status. Over here, we are getting the console message saying that the user is saved with the information that we gave in the Postman. Now to validate, we'll just go to the cluster in MongoDB, refresh this collection, that is users collection. And now we can see the third record is entered successfully through Postman. We made this call via Postman through this URL, and the changes were made to accept the dynamic data that is coming from the request and directly save it to MongoDB. This is not the static data that we utilized earlier. This is the dynamic data that we are sending through Postman request. So our create operation is working successfully via Express app.